It's baseball on a Saturday night. It's the Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds coming up from PNC Park. And one of the best at the Keystone Sack in the Keystone State, Bill Mazeroski, the Hall of Famer, celebrating a birthday today. Maybe the Pirates will be celebrating a win tonight. Welcome into the booth. Joe Block and Bob Walk with you, and Robbie Inspikowski coming up in just a little bit. So for the Pirates, we're seeing some good energy from a couple of their new hitters. We're seeing Ke'Bryan Hayes and Anthony Alford really have some good games in that doubleheader yesterday, and really this first week's gone well for them too.
Absolutely. You see the athleticism from these two guys. It's just great watching them run the bases. And Ke'Bryan, how about the way the ball's jumped off his bat? He's just crushing it. A lot of exit velocity. He hits the ball very hard for a young man at his size. He doesn't look like he's that strong, but man, he just has been pounding that ball. Really what you look for from a third baseman. Glad to see it. And as far as Alford, I mean, he is such an exciting player now to watch. I mean, you got an outfielder who just bobbles the ball for a second out there, turns it into an uncompetitive triple. There wasn't even a throw into third base. And I haven't seen a move like that in a long time, where the ball barely gets off the dirt circle around home plate. He scores without a play. That's some great stuff.
And the Pirates, offensively speaking, the last time that they faced Red starter Anthony DeSclafani, they were boogieing against Disco. He gave up 9 runs in 2 innings.
Yeah, they were really pounding the ball off him. Hopefully they can continue to do that this evening. It would be fun to see the Pirate offense get off to a good start, play with a lead, get some home runs. The wind seems to be blowing out pretty good tonight, so the long ball could come into play, as it seems like it always does when we play Cincinnati.
And his mound opponent, the Pirates, will go with Trevor Williams to look at his Sheely's numbers.
Oh, and I think we got the right guy up there. Look at his numbers against the Reds, but especially here at PNC Park, a 1.87 ERA, and that's in 7 starts. That's a pretty good example. So I expect him to shut them down tonight.
Now the Reds have been struggling offensively. The Pirates and the Reds split yesterday in the doubleheader. Tonight, Game 3 of the 4-game series. Trevor Williams and the Bucks against the visiting Reds, and we've got it for you coming up right here on AT&T Sportsnet.
Is brought to you by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice. Let's go Bucks!
And the sun begins to set here in Pittsburgh, just beginning the ball game tonight. Best backdrop in baseball here at PNC Park. Glad you're with us. Wish you could be in those seats, but hey, the best alternative, watching from your locale. And Trevor Williams, see how he does tonight. Bobby pointed out there's some good numbers against the Reds. So
yeah,
maybe
I would imagine he's going to be on tonight. He has pitched real well against his team, especially here in this ballpark. The home run doesn't come into play so much here. More of a pitcher's type ballpark.
And so David Bell puts together Joey Votto as the cleanup man, then Castellanos. Jesse Winker, who has done well against the Pirates throughout his career. Suarez cleans up. Moustakas, who's hit well in this ballpark. Goodwin, Akiyama, Jose Garcia, and then Tucker Barnhart. The bottom 4 in the Reds lineup. And the top 5, all guys that can hit the home run.
Trevor's numbers for the season could definitely improve on him a little bit. ERA up there in the mid-5s. But he's going to start tonight, getting that down.
Pitching coach Oscar Marine said they got some adjustments that they want him to make, but he wouldn't reveal what they are. So we'll try to see if we can spot him along with you. And he's going to have Anthony Alford out in center field tonight. Still got the Toronto Blue Jays blue glove there, the new Pirate. The rest of the defense, too. You got Reynolds and Polanco flanking him in the outfield. Gonzalez, as well as Newman and Frazier and Bell around the diamond today. Jacob Stallings is in there tonight. All right, Votto will start. The leadoff man for the Reds for the last 3 weeks or so.
Not a speedster, but he usually does a decent job of the on-base percentage. You can see why they're giving it a try up there. They don't really have a lot of speed on their team anyway.
Trying to find a spot for Votto. Those great on-base skills through the years.
Told you it was going to be a good night. One pitch, one out already.
That's a good start, yeah. Anytime you can get through Votto, period. Who had very good career numbers against Williams. There's Castellanos. A little different than yesterday's doubleheader. This game begins with the shadows everywhere. Yesterday, a 4 o'clock start. Starting to know that fall is near with no sunshine whatsoever when the game starts. At least not on the field.
Yeah, the days are getting a little shorter.
And cooler in the mornings. And in the later evenings as well. Start to see some players work in a sweatshirt once in a while, maybe wear the longer sleeves. That time is coming. And that means that the pennant is on the line. And so for Cincinnati, finding themselves 2 games back behind the Cardinals for a postseason berth. The expanded postseason this year. 16 teams will make it. 2-1 to Castellanos. Ke'Bryan Hayes, Cole Tucker not in there at least to start. And Derek Shelton saying about Hayes that because over in the alternate training site they don't have enough people to play 9-inning games very often, usually about half that distance, so trying to ease him in. Castellanos with 11 home runs. Longtime Detroit Tiger, was with the Cubs for half of last year. That's out to Newman. He's got the second out. And for the Pirates, the Honda defense tonight. It's Reynolds, Alford, and Polanco, with Gonzalez at third base tonight, and Newman playing short. Frazier and Bell on the right side. Jacob Stallings catches Trevor Williams. There's Jacob Stallings. And Jesse Winker, the designated hitter. Reds will have 6 left-handed bats in that lineup tonight.
Good fastball right there. Kind of cut the ball right in half on that inside corner.
Check swing.
Another fastball.
Now we're keep an eye on Williams tonight, see if kind of goes to maybe the fastball a little bit more than he has been. He's shied away from it this year. Usually uses it more than, well, last year, more than any starter in the National League, percentage-wise. And it's up to 94.
Yeah, he was
A little bit of zip tonight, too.
almost 67% fastballs last season.
Highest among National League starters.
This year he's been a little over 50, 52%. So he definitely has cut way back on him, percentage-wise.
And there is the slider to strike him out. So use the fastball heavy first inning. The first inning. Stephen Brault looking on, hollering at Eric Gonzalez, who's going to lead things off for the RAV4 lineup, the Pirates tonight. And following him, Adam Frazier with Brian Reynolds hitting third. Colin Moran is the DH and cleaning up. Gregory Polanco hits fifth. Then Bell in the 6th spot again tonight. Kevin Newman, Anthony Alford with a triple and a home run in just 4 games. Already 4 RBIs for him. He'll bat 8th in front of Jacob Stallings. Anthony DeSclafani.
Well, that ERA pushing 8. That is not good. 11 walks in 21 innings. Lots of home runs. They've been really hitting his fastball.
Pirates hit him very well in that last time around. And they're off to a good start. Over Goodwin and thudding off the wall. Gonzalez quickly with a double. Well, remember in quick succession last month, 9 runs in 2 innings against DeSclafani, and they're off to a good start tonight.
94 right down the middle, and pow.
Powell is correct.
The opposition, not batting average, what am I looking for? Slugging percentage is well over 700 against his four-seam fastball. He needs to quit throwing that pitch.
Does he throw it a lot? I would
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I
Throws
would
it,
think so.
throws it more than anything else.
Yeah, well,
He throws way more fastballs than anything else and way more four-seamers than two-seamers. And it's really getting hit hard this year.
well DeSclafani's missed a little time this year with a strained back muscle. That delayed the start of his season. Well, last year, ERA under 4, 3.89. Started the whole season.
Everything this year with the short season is just under a microscope, it seems like. You don't have any time to straighten yourself out or anything like that. So you get off to a slow start, well, then that's going to be your season.
And conversely, if you get off to a hot start, you might be masking something that,
Might
that
wanna-
you are doing wrong, but you're just hot. And
Might win a Cy Young.
yeah, right. Adam Frazier starting to get it going. 8 straight that he's hit in. Yeah, when this is all said and done, a 60-game season, that's still not half of what a normal season would be. There's James Hoy working the plate tonight. Got Mike Esterbrook at first, Chad Whitson over at second base, and the crew chief, Mark Carlson. And Hoy says you're out.
Frazier was not like that, according to our strike zone. It just nicked the edge. I guess that means the computer would call you out.
Hoy, who worked the World Series last year in his 11th season.
I wonder if they ever go to a computerized strike zone. Will they adjust it to where, like, maybe half the ball has to be over the edge of the plate, or does it just have to touch the edge of the plate? I wonder what the rules are going to be about that.
That'd be a good debate. I like the mask there for Mark Carlson. You got the baseball seams on it. Decorative.
Very baseball-like.
Yes. Apropos. Reynolds, 195. Trying to score that leadoff 2-base hit. Gonzalez started with a ripping double to the wall.
Almost identical pitch. They got Frazier strikes. Fastball working back toward the strike zone a little bit.
Look on the lowdown since coming back from paternity leave, 3 for 10. Double and a homer. Those were his first 2 at-bats. The double, then the home run. Back to DeSclafani. He'll have the second out. Gonzalez is at third with 2 away now. And look at Cincinnati's defense tonight. Shogo Akiyama, very good out there in left field. And Brian Goodwin in center, plays shallow. Nick Castellanos is in right. Suarez and Garcia, young shortstop. Moustakas and Votto on the right side, and Tucker Barnhart won the Gold Glove 3 years ago. Moustakas typically a third baseman. We saw last year playing extended duty at second base for Milwaukee. He'll play behind the bag here with the shortstop Garcia playing in short right. Colin Moran need a 2-out hit. He's hit 3 home runs against DeSclafani in 12 at-bats in his career.
Probably won't see a fastball for a strike. That's a mistake pitch.
Good career numbers. When you play those guys in your own division, start to get a feel for them. They start to get a feel for you. Came in inside that time. Pitch from DeSclafani.
Yeah, well placed fastball. Now that four-seamer there, if he places it and has that good of a command of it, it's not going to get hit that hard. It's got good velocity, and of course the location up on your hands. To hit that one hard, you'd have to pull it about 60 feet foul. You'd have to hit it way out in front.
Look on the WB Mason strike zone. Right there again, 96.
2 in a row.
Yeah, so close that, you know, if you do let that go, you might be called out. Gonzalez lurking at third, trying to score the game's first run here in the first. Out to the shortstop, Garcia. The leadoff double, left at third.
So far, I'm Robbie Mikowski. Anthony Alford, he was a football player, major D1 college football player, quarterback and free safety. Well, I had a chance to ask him recently, why is it that he chose baseball rather than football?
I got tired of getting hit. Nah, I'm just kidding. But I don't know, I just had to think about long term, you know, like health-wise, obviously, what was going to be more beneficial for me and my family.
The other thing that Alford added was that he never really had a break in college. When he was in the offseason from football, he was always playing baseball. And during baseball's offseason, he was always playing football. He did add that roaming the defensive backfield in football, where he played at Ole Miss for a brief period of time, really helped him in his baseball career. He's kind of roaming as a free safety, the quote-unquote center fielder in the sport of football. Now he's an actual center fielder in the major leagues. But this guy had an impressive career on the gridiron, Joe and Bob. He was a starting quarterback at Southern Miss in 2012 as a true freshman. Then he transferred over to Ole Miss, played for Hugh Freeze, and decided mid-season that he had had enough of football and was going to pursue baseball. Obviously a decision that worked out well for him.
Yeah, Robbie, good perspective. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, free safety's the center field there. You got to cover a lot of ground. And very much the same on the baseball field. And to be a true freshman and to start at quarterback in Conference USA, I mean, that's a pretty big deal. So you can tell the kind of athlete that he is. You know he's got a good arm just by hearing that. But yeah, in the very little that we've seen of him, you could tell that all the potential's there.
His tool chest is full. He's got everything he needs. Just got to put it all together.
He only got 75 plate appearances with the Blue Jays all those years in the major leagues. Obviously some time in the minor leagues, but started playing baseball full-time 6 years ago. And so an opportunity here in Pittsburgh.
Well, he's already showed us what he can do out there. That the triple he hit was I was rooting for it to get through the gap so he could get 3, and then it didn't make it, and he still got the third without even a throw. And then he scores on a little dribbler.
And he hesitated
Yeah.
halfway through, too. So he didn't even come straight to the plate. That's how fast he was able to get the motor going again. Moustakas down on strikes. 2 strikeouts now for Williams. 5 in a row sent down. Good placement.
Yep, location.
Let's look at our stats with Lowe's. The Pirates against the Reds here in PNC Park since the beginning of last season. They've won 9 of the 12 games. That includes the split of the doubleheader yesterday. Pirates scored well here too and have pitched well. Usually adds up. They've had the Reds numbered. And for Cincinnati this year, remember they've gone out and been pretty aggressive with the trade prior to last year, getting Sonny Gray. They made the trade to acquire Trevor Bauer at the deadline last year. They went out and signed 4-year contracts. Castellanos, Moustakas, big dollars. Of course, they extended Votto years back. And they're on the outside of the playoff picture right now looking in. 17-22 in this shortened season. Only 21 games left for them. Try to make it into the postseason.
There's some experts that picked them to win the division this year. They thought they had everything they needed.
And you look at the names. There's David Bell, the manager. You look at the names. These aren't names from long ago. These are names of players who are at or near their peaks.
Well, they had the third baseman had 49 home runs last year.
Yeah.
They have some pedigree.
But this collection of players hasn't added up yet, but there's still a little time left. They're still on the doorstep. They have a chance to open that door and get in. Pirates could really hurt their chances, though, with a good series here as they've played well here. Bell scoops it and gets by Williams there. So Goodwin is on. Couldn't really see what kind of throw it was from our angle up here.
Well, to me, it should be a routine out. So placing blame doesn't really matter in this. These are kind of the things that we've been messing up this year. We're not getting the outs that we should be getting. Now, was it a bad catch or a high throw? I don't know, but he's safe.
Yeah, you're right. Pirates by far lead baseball in errors.
It's not always errors, too. It's just giving up an extra 90 feet now and then, or maybe not.
Pitcher has to throw more pitches.
Throwing to the wrong base and giving the hitter an extra 90 feet. And, these are all things that add up to more losses than you should have.
Scoring is the error on Bell. That's his 4th. Akiyama. He signed a 3-year free agent deal with the Reds, coming over from the Cebu Lions in Japan. Looking for that first major league home run. Williams trying to work around that 2-out error.
Got it.
Ooh, close play.
Williams went over there just as Goodwin was starting to get off the backs. They caught him in mid-jump, going the wrong direction. And that's close.
Now 2-1. Akiyama, not a lot of power in Japan, but some. It seemed like from the little that we've seen of him so far. Trying to take it the other way. Line drives.
A little bit surprising, though, that after got 100 at bats and he plays in Cincinnati in that ballpark, he doesn't have a home run yet.
Paying a lot of attention to Goodwin. He had one steal with the Angels prior to coming over 5 days ago. Last year stole 7 bases. Moderate lead over there. Run it. Pitches a ball. Throw is into center. It's a stolen base. First as a Red for Goodwin.
There you can see the throw not on target.
A tailing throw there.
Yeah. They're lucky that Goodwin did just take off to third on that one,
Yeah,
rolling into the outfield.
I don't know if Newman sold it as the ball coming in or what. But
It was far enough away he could have made it.
oh, yeah. So an error and a steal. Reds have minted a man in scoring position. He would have moved up anyway. A walk to Akiyama. Without the aid of a hit, the Reds have 2 on. They've been playing Jose Garcia a lot. They just called him up from their alternate training site. He had not played above A ball until joining the Reds. Freddie Galvis still on the roster, but we didn't see him at all in the doubleheader yesterday. So Garcia, who earned his first RBI as a big leaguer in that twin bill. Decent speed on the bases. Goodwin and Akiyama.
Probably their 2 fastest guys.
Yeah.
Garcia looks like he can probably run a little bit.
The only numbers we've got to go on is in the Florida State League last year, and your eyes don't deceive you. He stole 15 bags for the Tortugas. He's behind in the count, 2 strikes. Still 2 strikes. Tucker Barnhart would be next. Williams trying to get him to lead off the next inning.
And one of the things that Williams, I'm sure, is trying to do tonight is be more efficient, not throw so many pitches early in the game, pitches per inning. And because of that error,
He threw 5 more to Akiyama.
he's thrown what,
3 more
3
here.
So there's 8. Yep, that was a nice one there.
Yeah, it takes care of Garcia. An error and 2 left for the Reds. Polanco, Bell, and Newman coming up. Top home run in the 1960 World Series. A lot of folks out there today.
Yeah, I was walking up and there, it's packed with people all around taking pictures of Maz, having their kids give his leg a hug there, get the pictures taken.
There's the Point Park tweets from the Pirates. Happy 84th. The Maz. That's so wonderful. The Clemente Museum. I see that picture with the great Roberto Clemente. And there's Maz during his playing career. Coached as well. Malco trying to bunt his way on his start, but
Came within just a couple inches of a hit to start the inning. Well, just fell off into the foul side just a little bit. It's got to stay on the grass. Once it gets into that dirt, it's gonna. It has momentum then as it goes toward the foul line.
I was thinking of Maz today and how many great second basemen. He's right in that group of, especially if you think about defensively. Guys that played against him of that era. And you take a straw poll, and they all say that he was the best around second base in that time. And, a big reason, I'm sure, why he was elected to baseball's Hall of Fame, because he was so extraordinary around the second base bag. And
We saw in that one picture when he's walking away there with Clemente. He had tree trunks for legs. He just stood there at the bag, and guys would bounce off of him when he's turning a double play. Back then, you could try and take the guys out. He's like slide into a steel post.
that's wonderful. Think about a lot of the very good shortstops that he played beside as well. But of course, if he was remembered for one moment, I mean, how can, I mean, this is what every little boy and girl dreams of growing up playing the game of baseball. Game 7, World Series.
9th inning. I mean, there it is. That's everything right there. It's against the Yankees. Hitting it over Yogi Berra's head. I mean, how much more could you want?
Pandemonium. They still celebrate it every October 13th on the site of Forbes Field. Was it 3:36 in the afternoon? I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong out there, but yeah, that's. I mean, if there are 5 moments in baseball all time, that's one of them, of the greatest moments, if not the greatest. And all the swings in the 8th and 9th inning of that game, too. Out to Suarez. He's got the second out. DeSclafani starting to settle down. He gave him that leadoff double off the bat of Gonzalez. Looked like it might be going the same way as it did the last time the Pirates faced him, but right now starting to get into a groove. Do you get into a groove, or am I just saying that as a starting pitcher? You start finding some outs?
You do, yeah.
Does that breed confidence? You just start to feel comfortable, confident? What is the groove?
It just, things happen fast, and they're all good, and there's not a lot of thinking going on, not a lot of shaking off, just everything seems to be working.
No groove.
You have to have, I think, the number one thing that promotes that is you have to be able to throw the ball where you want to. When you have that good control and just, it's like that feeling you can do what you want, not try and figure out what you can do.
Well, now a 2-out base runner for Alford. More positive thoughts, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Rhythm. He's only
There's times where it's like, wow, the pitch here, you're reading bats, doing all that sort of thing. You think, oh, okay, slider right here on his hands, so we'll do him in. Oh, I haven't thrown a good slider for 3 innings, so I can't do that. That's not being in the groove.
Those doubts and
So
slows you down.
Do you try to go with something that you're having trouble with because you think that's the pitch, or do you try to, have a plan B, something you feel more confident in throwing to a spot? When you're having all those thoughts in your mind, the catcher's probably doing the same thing, and there is no groove. You're not there. Because that's part of calling a good game. You talk about catchers calling a good game. It's not about just having a scouting report memorized. You have to know what your pitcher is capable of doing on a particular night, and mix that in with what the scouting report says, what the scoreboard says, and what that particular hitter is telling you the way he's swinging the bat that night. And all those things come together, and there you call your game.
Yeah, I would think that would change as you acquire more information,
Sure.
right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, he just did this. Well, that goes against what he's been doing. Well, maybe we should change. Getting dirty. Battle of Anthony's. Newman without a steal yet this year, but with 2 outs, could go for sure. There's the Riverboat Queen making her way toward the point. Heard that horn blow just a moment ago. I thought when the Pirates picked up Alford, I didn't know much about him other than he was a prospect with the Blue Jays for many years. Doesn't look like he's a project. You know what I mean? Well, there's a lot of cleaning up to do. Well, that's a good pitch right there. But that's the thing that sometimes you pick up a player off waivers and it's like, okay, well we have a lot of work to do to get this guy to be a playable arm or hitter or something.
A lot of times, we first round, second round draft picks, they get passed around. They didn't pan out here, they don't pan out there, they didn't pan out in this spot. But when you acquire them, one of the things that's always said, oh, this guy was so-and-so's first round pick 6 years ago. And so you kind of think, oh, wow, this guy might, and then sometimes you see those players and you're like, I don't see it. With Alford, you see it right away. You're like, wow, I see this guy's tools. I see why he was so highly touted. And now at the same time, you're thinking, okay, he's got to have some kind of flaw here. Or, he wouldn't have been easy guy to acquire, right?
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, but it may not have surfaced yet.
Yeah, you keep watching and saying, okay, what is it that he doesn't do very well that they didn't like in Toronto? They only gave him 75 at-bats. Now, so far, I haven't seen anything that I don't like.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
at least the first week, there's nothing glaring that has surfaced yet. So
the first thing you notice, as I said before, all the great tools he has to bring to the party. And the arm, the speed, life in his bat.
Yeah, I was thinking, well, maybe this guy is going to chase a ton, gets himself out. No, haven't really seen that yet. Okay, well, is he good defensively? Well, yeah, very little we've seen, but okay, nothing to say that he's not so far. Okay.
Well, sometimes what happens also.
Threw that wrong base at one time and then made up for it, I think, the next time he came to the plate.
You can also get yourself in a doghouse with an organization. If there's somebody that in that organization that has a lot of pull, usually there's 2 or 3 guys in an organization that kind of decide where players play, how much playing time they get, what level they're at, all that stuff. If you get in a doghouse with one of those guys or a couple of them, well, then you're hoping to get out and go somewhere else where you get that fresh start with no preconceived ideas about you.
And if one of those evaluators moves on to a new team, say Ben Cherington, well, maybe that's one of the guys that was really in his corner.
Right,
so
right.
There makes that an obvious marriage right there.
But that's why you see sometimes guys move on. It's not necessarily they have a big flaw. They got on the wrong side of somebody that's a decision maker on that other club, on the other organization.
Or they didn't fulfill the lofty expectations right away. Bouncer. Moustakas. He'll secure the final out. 84 years ago in Wheeling, West Virginia. Bill Mazeroski, one of the greatest to ever play second base in the game of baseball. To the game. And for Yu Darvish last night, continuing his excellent season, 11 strikeouts for first place Chicago. Mike Trout closing in on 300 career home runs. He'll beat Tim Salmon next time that he hits one out. And the Dodgers already with 30 wins this season in their first 40 games. So they have gotten out to the best start. Which team's number 2? The Tampa Bay Rays. They have the second best record. Very doubtful, but if the two teams with the best records end up to be those teams and go to the World Series, that'd be a fun matchup, I think. You get one of the smallest market teams against one of the largest market teams. Big money, small money.
Yeah, that would be, I think, fun for us to watch. Networks are probably rooting for the Yankees to get going.
East Coast, West Coast.
The Yankees were leading that division for a while there. It looked like it might be a Dodger-Yankees, which...
Oh, yeah. They'd salivate over that one.
They would love to have that. But the Rays are saying no.
That is hit well out to center. And over the wall for a home run, Tucker Barnhart. Number 9 hitter, 3rd home run. 2 of them have come against the Pirates this year. And so the Reds lead 1-0.
Yeah, the Reds always seem to have guys throughout the lineup that got good pop and hit those home runs. And I think that's why we play them a lot better here than we do at their ballpark, because their ballpark is so home run friendly. And this is kind of a fair ballpark. But it still gives up home runs.
That's toward the... Well, no, I think you got it in the right spot.
It was elevated a little bit, but it was definitely on the outside corner.
Alford appears to be shaken up as he came into the wall there.
He tears up the wall.
Look at the AHN Supermo. Yeah, and his cap flipped up, so you could just tell that he wasn't quite ready for that wall being there. Again, a new ballpark for him. Brian Housen, the head athletic trainer.
I think he was going to try and put his foot on the wall and go up, kind of try to climb the wall. And it looked like he made contact before he was really ready.
No one has ever gone over the wall here in this ballpark to steal a home run away in the history of PNC Park.
In left field they have. Even
in center field, I mean. I beg your pardon, yeah. Oh, yeah, over there all the time.
I've done that a number of times.
He's slowly walking off. Well, hopefully he's okay, because...
It looks like he's coming out of the game. I think he's fine. It looked to me like a left ankle kind of looked a little funny when he put that, I think it was his left foot, into the wall to like go up. And it just looked like he kind of twisted it a little. But he's walking pretty good, so... this time of year and stuff, you're gonna hand off the card or to play.
So Tucker will come in here. Yeah, they'll just take every precaution at this stage. Hopefully that's all it is, because as we've just talked at length about Alford getting some opportunity here with the Pirates, and you wouldn't want him sidelined for long because there's only so many games left.
He'll go in, put some ice on that. This is probably a precautionary.
See if he walks down the steps gingerly.
Well, I hope he doesn't just jump down the steps. That wouldn't be right.
It looks okay, so we'll find out. Let's see here.
Watch his left foot. See how the ankle turned as he hit it? I think that's what hurt him.
And he tore up the bottom part of the wall there and grabbed his right elbow.
Oh, yeah, he is grabbing his elbow.
Well, if we get any word on Alford, we'll let you know right away. Votto shoots one toward the right field corner. And he's going to end up at second base. Home run double, the first 2 Reds hits coming on successive pitches here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, Votto, he's not being very selective tonight. He's seen 2 pitches. Sometimes hard to figure him out. He'll go up there on certain nights, and you can't get him to swing at anything. And tonight, he's gone up there ripping.
Yeah, I remember a game where I think he saw 43 pitches in 5 plate appearances. Literally.
I'm sure he did.
I mean, that's 8 or 9 every time up.
Yeah.
And then last year there was a game where the first 3 times up against the Pirates, he put the ball in play on the first pitch.
Yeah, like tonight.
But typically, yeah, he's going to work counts.
He's a little selective.
Yeah. So
And that's one of the reasons I think they decided to put him up there in the leadoff spot, because he likes to work counts.
Now 2-0. Nick Castellanos. Back in the count now, it's 2-1. Votto out at second. A run in on the Barnhart leadoff home run. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the Reds, with all the different home run threats in their lineup, David Bell, their manager, was talking with reporters today about how, that's just how they're built. And one of the, I guess, criticisms could be is that they're kind of all or nothing in that regard. But at their home ballpark, they have hit very well. They have hit for power. They've scored runs. On the road, though, it's been paltry.
In a regular season, you're talking 81 games in that ballpark, so you better have some guys that can hit fly balls. And not just, lazy fly balls, but can make good contact, get the ball in the air.
And Bell was,
but there, what would be a warning track home run or a warning track fly out in most places, or in a lot of places, there, going to be a home run.
Yeah. When you think about left center here, you hit a ball that lands on the grass. It could be over the wall there. Certainly a ball that bangs off the Clemente wall that would reach those inviting right field grandstands there. But Bell was saying that, he believes that power comes in streaks, and so they got off to a really good start offensively, but they've cooled.
Yeah, a lot of. It's hard to find a power hitter that's not a streaky hitter. As far as the power goes, now there's some power hitters that'll keep their batting average up, regardless of whether they're hitting home runs or not.
Broke his bat. Newman charges, exchanges, fires, gets the out. But Votto's up to third with 1 away, and Winker coming up. Think about the MLB Ballpark app. That's your go-to app for the best virtual game day experience. You can play Bucko Bingo and win prizes. You can test your knowledge with the interactive Pirates trivia game presented by Sheets. You can read your digital copy of First Pitch magazine, and the September issue now available for you. So download the Ballpark app today. Lots of fun there. Look at twilight here on the North Shore of Pittsburgh.
A lot of boats out on the river.
Saturday night, trying to get a glimpse of the ball game. Winker's just trying to hit a deep fly ball here, or maybe ground one past that drawn-in infield. Shifted as well. Pirates come and play way in. Oscar Marine along with Donnie Kelly, the bench coach. Derek Shelton on the left. Pirates Brain Trust. Williams had a little better velocity tonight, I think.
93, that's, what is it, 91.7, I think, is his, 91.3 is his average this season.
And saying that average tonight's 92. So a tick better, yeah.
Your average is higher than my average.
No, tonight, I'm saying.
Oh, tonight, yeah.
Your paper is not updating that live, I can tell you that.
No, I was just trying to do that in my head. Actually, you know what? This paper.
Oh, it does change.
Everything on here
Yeah.
is obsolete.
Yeah.
Throw it away.
Once he throws the first
Throw it
pitch.
away, yeah.
All right. Great. I'm going to throw my computer out the window now.
No,
too.
it's that's updating. You can't
I
do the
see.
computer.
Okay, thank you.
That's the
Can you get it back?
the beauty of digital.
Oh.
Nothing obsolete about it.
Winker is aboard on the walk. And Suarez coming up. Well, a right-handed batter coming up, and they'll put a shift on for Suarez. Bunch up that left side of the infield.
Suarez got a ton of power, but he's also a good strikeout candidate. And that would come in handy right now.
Led baseball in strikeouts last year. But as you pointed out, 49 home runs last year. He's hit 9 this year, including one yesterday. He's 3 for 21 lifetime against Williams. No swing. Mike Estabrook. Golfed to left down the line, and that one is out of here. 3-run home run for Eugenio Suarez. That is a game changer here early on. 4-0 Cincinnati.
A couple of long balls. Don't understand the hat thing. They did that again yesterday.
Distancing.
We'll have to get a.
Guys have been creative with trying to avoid the physical contact, I guess, right? Sometimes they still do. Right
Down
into the
and in.
swing path, yeah.
Down and in fastball. Wow, he did just drop the head of the bat to it. Golfed it, like
Yeah.
you said. Blanco will have this one.
10th home run for Suarez. He's homered 2 straight games now, or 2 straight days.
Well, we were just talking about an all or nothing guy. You know, he's a good guy to have up there because he strikes out a lot, but he's also very capable of putting 3 runs on the board with 1 swing. So that time it was the all.
It's a big all when he gets a hold of it.
3-run home runs are game winners.
That was Earl Weaver, right?
I wonder what the stats are when a team scores 3 or more runs in any one inning. What do you think their record is?
I don't know.
Probably pretty good.
Probably good. 14 home runs against the Pirates over the last 4 seasons. what's amazing about that is Goldschmidt is number 2. He hasn't been playing in the division the whole time with Arizona prior to that.
And Moustakas is putting on a big rush. Oh, yeah. He hadn't been in the division, but what, 2 years?
Yeah, the 2 prior years with Milwaukee, and then this year.
I don't really count this year. It's only been a month.
Yeah.
A little over a month.
Yeah, it's hard to remember sometimes.
I mean, it's like we're in the first week of May, second week of May, maybe.
Hard to remind oneself of that these numbers that we see are indicative of, you know, we're not even to Memorial Day. I mean, not even close to that yet.
No.
Basically, when the season's over, that's about Memorial Day,
Right.
which is your first bellwether usually in a typical season of, okay, now we've played enough games to get just a taste of what we think might be happening. And that's all that is. There's a base hit, so some hard hit balls here
Hey, you know,
in the inning.
you identify a couple of teams that are playing very well, and you know that after Memorial Day, they got the June swoon coming up, and you're not going to hear from them anymore.
Well,
but now they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, the June swoon is going to get you 3 games and out if you have that. That's a good point. Playoffs will be fascinating. It's a 3-game first round, wild card round, played initially designed to be played at the site of the team with the better record. There's still talk of maybe a neutral site for all postseason games. Some, maybe.
If you're not going to have fans, then why not have a neutral site?
Yeah, and
Makes good sense.
there's been almost no home field advantage this year in baseball. And Goodwin safe. Second steal in as many innings.
Oh, it was like yesterday's doubleheader. Both visiting teams won.
I guess technically the Pirates were the home team in both, but yes. He who bats first laughs last.
I don't know. Couldn't tell.
What do you think there?
I'm going to say safe in that view.
Does it come off? No, he's got the foot on there. Look on our AHN Supermo.
Where's the touch? There.
The strings of the glove do not count as part of the glove. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, you could just get like 4 foot of string.
Yeah.
Guess that wouldn't count.
That has always, well, not always, but at some point prior to replay has been in the rule book,
Well, here's
which was very prescient considering these super slow-mos
This
we have
is
now.
something that I've said for years, ever since the oven mitt became popular. Your fingers aren't end of that. Nobody has a 16-inch long hand.
I hope not.
So what's the oven mitt? I mean, that gives you an extra probably 2 or 3 inches. And
I don't know why anyone wouldn't wear it.
And
right?
with the, with the super slow-mo, we have seen at times where that's the difference between out and safe. Just a couple inches.
Now, I might be wrong, but I have not seen anything outlined where to govern the length. Because, I mean, you can just keep stealing an extra inch or 2. And, I mean, oftentimes when you're stealing a base, it's very close. That's a great point.
Oh, oven mitt didn't help him there.
As he used his bare hand.
Went with the bare hand. He goes with oven mitt. He might be safe. What are we going to decide here?
Well,
Waiting.
He heard the timer, and he got burnt.
Waiting.
Get 10 seconds to make your choice. There's a pickoff. Goodwin is out. Next time.
Look at that. If he had the oven mitt, he would have been safe. How about that? Just what we were talking about. Amazing.
I smell what you're cooking. strikeout. Now with a 4-0 lead on the UPMC scoreboard. Top of the order coming up for the Pirates. Nice pickoff at second base by Trevor Williams, but Eugenio Suarez, the 3-run home run. Tucker Barnhart led off the third inning with a home run.
When you look at the scoreboard right now, and this game is the absolute 180-degree opposite of what we thought it was going to be. And Trevor with 7 starts against these guys.
Gonzalez smelling a hit, and he beat it out. He got out of the box really well and found himself a base hit.
Votto was very surprised at the save call. He immediately looked to the dugout to see what they were going to do.
Right out of the box, he knows it. There's a chance. It's so slowly hit. Let's take a look. Oh, interesting stretch from Votto. Saved it from going awry, but was already positioned a little differently. Going to be a bang-bang play no matter what.
Yeah, it didn't really make any difference in the end. He beat it.
So a 2-for-2 night so far for Gonzalez.
Nice play by Suarez, though.
Yeah, I mean, half the time, may not even pick up that ball. Foul off his foot. Well, just got to inch back into this one.
I was about to say, 7 starts. Trevor had a 1-something ERA against these guys in this ballpark. Really didn't expect him to be 4 runs down at this point.
Now 187 in his career. 9 earned runs total in those 7 starts. Well, that's the difference a long ball can make, right? I mean,
Yeah, 2 home runs. And I thought that tonight we'd be the guys hitting the home runs.
well, they're
Still
still
might, yeah, still might.
Remember, DeSclafani not only was poor against the Pirates the last time he faced them, but his overall numbers have not been good.
Yeah. He's been getting rocked.
He gave up 7 runs in his last start. Did not complete the 5th in his previous start, and then the start before that, 9 runs against the Pirates in 2 innings. There's another hit.
Yeah, maybe here we go.
Might be able to take third on this. Let's see. Yeah, he turns the bag. And Frazier read that so well, he got into second base. He just stayed right with it. He saw that Castellanos was thinking of throwing to third. Turns that single into 2 men in scoring position.
You know, it's funny that you see this happen so often at the big league level.
There's no way he's going to get Gonzalez.
You know, the outfielders have been hearing this since their first year in rookie ball, that you keep the double play in order. You don't make that throw to third. Well, I mean, look, Gonzalez, it was so easy. He was jogging almost to get in there. I mean, it wasn't even going to be competitive. The throw had to go to second base, but nope. So now Frazier's in scoring position, a base hit. We cut their lead in half.
Instead of, okay, we'll play back and make it a 4-1 game, 2 outs, nobody on, if you get that bouncer that you hope for. Reynolds hit one back to DeSclafani last time around. That doesn't go as an error in the book. It's just a single and advancing on the throw, but that is a mistake.
Oh, sure it is.
2-0 on the WB Mason strike zone. Everything from DeSclafani pretty hard. That curveball, 82, the fastball in the mid-90s. Out of the University of Florida, grew up in Colts Neck Township, New Jersey. Moran on deck. 2 on in scoring position, nobody out. Gonzalez just beat out a soft ground ball in the infield. Frazier smartly took second when Castellanos threw to third on his single. Spoiling that at the top of the zone. Don't forget, you talked about the impact of a 3-run home run. Brian Reynolds certainly very capable. And again, a tapper back to DeSclafani. Runners stay now with 1 out. Pirates, in partnership with PNC, proud to support local small businesses. Jerry's Pizzeria, located in the Hill District, family owned. They offer pizzas and calzones, wings, and more. Jerry's, built on the foundation of caring. Caring about the food, the customer, and the community. Order takeout from Jerry's. Call 412-742-4672. Just like the conversation there. If there, I don't know what was took place there.
I think they were talking about a foul ball call, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of. That he said it came off his foot, the little chopper.
Well, that's Josh Bell's bat. Colin Moran. See if he can bring those 2 runners home in scoring position. Let's see if we can see what Derek Shelton saw. Looked very close. I mean, if Reynolds was saying that it hit his foot, it probably did. I don't think he's trying to hoodwink anybody. But that's almost impossible for Hoy to see, the umpire. If it just kind of grazes it like that.
Yeah, if it hits it good, you can see a change direction. A funny bounce going a direction it shouldn't have. Base umpires, I think, help you out a little bit on that. Because you're right. I mean, the ball comes off the bat and it's, I mean, you're talking less than a blink of the eye. It's going down and hitting the ground next to the foot. Does it hit the edge of the foot? Does it hit none of the dirt? It's a tough call.
Now, in old baseball books I would read growing up, a lot of players would wear black shoes, and they would put black shoe polish on their shoes, so that way if they got nicked at all on
that
their...
wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah.
All the shoes had polished fresh every day.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that there used to be books. Wasn't that long ago.
Oh, yeah, no, they had books.
Yeah.
Actual paper that had stuff written on it that's outdated and you just throw away now.
Two and two on Colin. Second and third now with 1 out. Colin batted with Gonzalez at third. only, back with 2 outs in the first inning. That's something, you know, there's a lot of different things where you could look at this year so far, and the Pirates have had some inconsistencies. Bell and Moran, 2 of the returning RBI guys, the top RBI guys from last year, and really good at, you know, high batting averages, over 300 in their careers with runners in scoring position. So a track record of doing that. This year, Bell and Moran combined 152 with runners in scoring position coming into tonight. But like you point out, it's only the second week of May right now.
Yeah.
So that's, the odds are that the rest of their careers is probably more indicative of what they're capable of doing.
Gonzalez is really messing with their thoughts out there right now. He's been coming so far down the line. A couple pitches ago, he came more than halfway. Look, here he comes. There he comes. He's challenged him. He's waiting for him to throw the ball back to the pitcher a couple times.
It's worrying Barnhart to the degree that the Reds catcher asked for time after the walk just to make sure Gonzalez didn't catch him off guard for a second. Well, now the base is full of Bucks. Tying run's going to come up. And that'll give David Bell a few gray hairs. We just took the lead.
Meeting.
See the white stickers on the fingernails, make it easier for pitchers to see the signs. All right, Gonzalez started off, a little tapper to third, beat it out for an infield hit. Frazier took second on his single to right when Castellanos threw it into third, and Moran just walked.
Now it's time for that home run.
Yeah. Well, Polanco's been swinging a better bat. He had 2 hits in 3 games in a row each until game 2 of the doubleheader yesterday. He sends one out towards center, and Goodwin hauls it in. He's so good out there. That's going to get in a run, though. And Frazier tags and gets to third. It's 4-1. Unless their center fielder doesn't make that catch.
Yeah, Goodwin has been fairly impressive with running down some balls. That was nice. Off the bat, I sure thought that was going to be extra bases.
That's why they went and got him from the Angels. Nick Senzel's been on the shelf. Yeah, I'd certainly think that a good number of center fielders don't make that play. Yeah, there's a little tip of the cap. You got me this time. I mean, that might be 3 runs right there instead of just 1. So Frazier at third. Moran at first. For Bell. DeSclafani not cleared yet. Well, certainly capable of tying this game.
Amazing how much defense moves around on certain counts.
It's fun to watch, isn't it? When I'm doing the radio call,
I mean,
I'm looking at it almost
right
every
there.
pitch.
You had
Yeah.
3 infielders move totally different position than were in the pitch before. It's almost like an NFL defensive backfield shifting during the just before the snap.
They're going to play Tampa 2 on this.
Yeah, it's like now you have Frazier dancing down that line.
Well, now, what's interesting, too, is what the Reds will do is they'll kind of talk to each other between pitches sometimes. Noticed that yesterday between Moustakas and Votto. And now Moustakas and Suarez are talking to one another. Bell off. Moustakas to Suarez. Stretch. Out.
Oh,
wow. Pinball.
Man.
Well, between Polanco's ball and Bell's line drive, you think there would have been more out of that. But the Reds somehow come out with an out. The stretches.
That'll be on a highlights film.
Well, on this Kentucky Derby day, he got him by a nose.
Continues. We're going to talk about the Glimmer of Hope for just a moment. It was started back in 1994 to honor the wishes of Diana Napper's friend Carol Jo Weiss Friedman, who passed away back in 1990. And Glimmer of Hope is a 501c3 with a staff of 50 volunteers committed to the fight against breast cancer. And in a moment, we're going to bring you a soundbite from Diana Napper as she discusses some news with her place.
So the big news this year with the foundation is we'll be working with Allegheny Health Network, Dr. Christy Hilton, to open a one-of-a-kind metastatic breast cancer clinic. And what's so unique about that is, number one, there's not a lot of money spent on metastatic breast cancer. So this is going to highlight a lot of money to raise funds to help get the cure, but most importantly, bring attention to metastatic breast cancer.
And this year, over $500,000, Joe and Bob, will be distributed in Western Pennsylvania to breast cancer programs and equipment purchases. And Pirates Charities also made a donation to Glimmer of Hope to continue its longstanding support of the foundation. Very, very nice with Pirates Charities. And also, Diana Napper was able to do, and we have some video here of the check presentation being made for $5,000 from Pirates Charities to the Glimmer of Hope Foundation. Rob King had a chance to catch up with Diana Napper in the Pirates pregame show today, and there's a look, not a video, it's a photo of it, but still, nonetheless, very, very nice. Nice to highlight this on Cancer Support Weekend, guys.
Thanks, Robbie, for detailing that. Yeah, it's I was reading about Glimmer of Hope and what they've done and how Robbie talked about that, and it's fascinating to see how they've applied the funds that they've raised to try to find ways to treat different types of breast cancer that maybe are not as popular, like Robbie was talking about, but still a way to get people the help that they need that maybe they would not have been able to get. And here in Pittsburgh, it's a Pittsburgh-based foundation. So that's really cool to see that all the funds are staying here and helping out the people that need it.
Right here locally.
And Pirates Charities does such a great job with all that stuff. And again, here on Cancer Support Weekend, highlighting some of our area foundations that work so hard to try to get cancer out of here. 2 outs. Trevor Williams starting to settle down here in the 4th.
Quick 2 outs. Trevor needed that. Long inning.
About 29 pitches in the 3rd, where the Reds hit a couple of home runs that scored 4 runs, the first of which was off the bat of Tucker Barnhart.
Off his foot.
Well, if it's not from behind the plate, it's at the plate, right? Oh, to be a catcher. Did not offer. It's a ball and a strike to him. Barnhart, who as a youth overcame a couple of stress fractures in his back.
You know, I do believe we're starting to see hitters pay attention to the stretch a little bit more than we have at any time during the past. I mean, we've seen a couple times now. Polanco tried to bunt earlier. Barnhart's thinking about it, trying to take advantage that if you get the bunt down, see easy base hit. Guys are hitting ground balls over there, getting them through. Next year, with a full 6-month season, it'll be the first year that we get some concrete evidence the hitters are trying to change a little bit. Maybe. We'll see.
The game always changes, ebbs and flows, expands and contracts, and that's a surefire way of getting people to get out of the shift. Two on Tucker Barnhart. 70 pitches now for Williams. Got in on him a bit. And Tucker has the final out. So 1-2-3 inning. Come to bat in the home half of the 4th inning. And the Pirates and Pirates Charities are observing Cancer Support Weekend, and this weekend is in honor of cancer patients and survivors, aimed at creating awareness for cancer-focused nonprofits. You can tune in all weekend to see the fan-submitted photos of their heroes and hear more about what the Pirates are doing this weekend. For more information, go to pirates.com/cancer support. Saw that going to break last inning. Yellow ribbons signifying pediatric cancer and the fight against that. We'll have more on that as we move along throughout the weekend. What Pirates Charities is doing and some of the other hardworking organizations in our area as well. Newman in the 7th spot tonight, singled his only time. Down the line, Kiyama. He's got the first out. Pirates have spread around the offense a little bit against DeSclafani, but really look at that last inning. Polanco scalded a ball to right center, but Goodwin able to haul it in, and then Bell's line drive that probably should have been caught, but then bounced around, and you think, okay, now he's going to be able to buy a run. But
as soon as the ball hit the infield and started rolling away, you're like, okay, they're going to get nobody. And tremendous play to get the out.
Tucker came in after Alford left the game.
But that's, you know, I think what it takes a lot of nights when you're out there pitching.
Soft tapper.
You got to make good pitches, you know, just take the sting out of the bat, like right there, and get a lot of soft balls. But at the same time, you better have some good fortune shine your way. Because some of those balls, like we just hit, they're not swinging bunts. Maybe a line drive and an outfielder gets caught, something like that. Those kind of things have to go your way also. I mean, on a bad night, you know, that's just a swinging bunt hit somewhere.
So Stallings trying to start something here in the 4th with 2 men out. DeSclafani, remember, he started this season. When the Pirates faced him, he had not given up a run in 11 innings in his first 2 starts.
He's good. I mean, look at his numbers last year. But he just hasn't been good this season. Or this
collectively this
first
season. Sure.
5-6 weeks of the season.
Stallings out to left. And that gets out of here for a home run. Jacob Stallings with his second of the year. And the Pirates play long ball. It's 4-2.
You can tell by the sound, couldn't you? I mean, you knew for sure it was hit very well. I think the question on that one was it going to be high enough. That was quite a line drive. Left the bat at 105. Inside fastball. Right on the corner. Spin the win.
8th career home run for Stallings. Gets one back. Well, now maybe the score is right. On that Polanco ball, if that had dropped. Haven't been able to get Gonzalez. He hit one to the wall. And he hit one about 75 feet up third base. That's an easy time right there. Let's get those shin guards on after trotting around the bases. Catchers deserve it easy once in a while. High bouncer. Nicely played by Moustakas. And again, he beats it out. 3 hits tonight for Eric Gonzalez.
Moose not up to that kind of a play, I don't think.
No. That's a hard play either,
Yeah.
for even the most experienced second baseman.
Absolutely.
What do you think of Stallings?
I think he hit that ball about 105. It's on the inside corner, so you got to be able to clear those hips early and get the head of the bat out there on that, about a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
You think he hit it about 105 miles an hour?
About 105.
Yeah, you're right on. Your eyes don't deceive you. Frazier's been frustrated all night. He got called out on strikes in the first inning.
Yeah, that was a ball that just maybe brushed the inside corner. They're going in there again. Well, they're trying to.
Extended his hitting streak to 9 games with a single his last time around. He has come up every time with Gonzalez on base. 3 for 3 night for Eric. Average up to 284 now for Eric Gonzalez. And that pitch count now is going to stand at 75 for DeSclafani. Votto has the final out. Pirates pick up a run. Jacob Stallings. The long ball to left. Pirates get one back. 4-2.
Sportsnet is brought to you by Barrel Acura. Buy your next vehicle from the convenience of your own home. Barrel Acura delivers, literally. And by AHN, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
And a beautiful night shaping up on a late summer evening. Jacob Stallings with the home run. Let's see if Williams can build off that 4th inning. Reds with 4 runs on 4 hits. All came off Williams in the 3rd. Otherwise, he's been pretty sharp. Let's look at our Barrel Automotive League leaders. And this year ranks in Reds history as Votto is 7th in hits, 3rd in home runs, and closing in on Pete Rose for the all-time Reds walks career number. He's 9 shy of that. Anytime you can be compared with Pete Rose. Pretty good. Except in Grand Slams. That's my go-to stat. Whenever somebody hits a Grand Slam, they say, oh, they tied Pete Rose on the all-time list. He wasn't a big home run hitter, though.
No, not really. He's could have hit a home run, but more of a gap hitter. Extra base hits, singles.
Pete Rose had 4,256 hits in his career. With the Montreal Expos, and then also with the Reds and the Phillies. Everyone forgets the Expos. Like, what is it, 2 months?
Yeah, they all counted.
2 months in '84, I think.
They all added up.
Williams picked off Brian Goodwin at second base in that third inning, and since then he's sent down 4 in a row. There's Michael Lorenzen loosening up for center field, bullpen work, who knows? Pinch running. Hasn't done that as much this year, but last year it was fascinating to watch how good he was in the outfield.
It was all over the place.
Fundamentally sound and really athletic and good.
Good hitter.
And was a good hitter, yeah. But now with the designated hitter, there's not as much need necessarily. And then since they went and got Goodwin, there's your center fielder along with Akiyama that you could use when Senzel comes
Yeah,
back.
you just don't need to, bench guys. Even with big rosters, you still 5 guys on the bench.
Castellanos in a bit of a downturn after that hot start. Remember last year, 58 doubles between the Tigers and the Cubs. Top 10 all time for most doubles in a season. Remember how Bell hit a lot of doubles last year. We're remarking about his extra base hit total. He had 37, so 58. You go, wait, what? 37's a good number. Oh, full count. Thanks, James Hoy. Winker. 2 up to follow. Trying to stay down and away.
Nice play by Winker. Got the rebound off the screen.
If there's any basketball in his youth.
He showed a little quickness in that foul ball. You can stand on these foul on the on-deck circles. He's going to be paying attention, especially where Winker is, because he's trying to cheat over behind home plate, get a better look at Trevor.
Tucker was playing very deep in center, so he's right there. Ball out there you don't usually have to come in on. 2 outs. And this week's Inside Pirates Baseball sinks into the extensive lore surrounding Roberto Clemente among his countrymen and the MLB stars from Puerto Rico, weighing in on how Clemente still impacts the entire island. Plus, Cole Tucker and Cody Potts go head-to-head with paddles down in Bradenton Sea. Inside Pirates Baseball, debuting tonight right after postgame. Line foul for Winker. Ten home runs, 18 RBIs.
Change-up.
Winker has corkscrewed himself into the ground a couple times in this series
Yeah,
already.
he doesn't keep his feet much on the swings and misses.
I guess there are no style points. Once you swing and miss, it's just a strike. 84 pitches for Trevor Williams.
Comes another change-up, I believe.
84 miles an hour. The third inning, 29 pitch inning. Even in the second inning, after a 2-out error, he had to throw 9 more pitches before getting the final out. Just a little bit high. And with those backstops only about 60 feet now, that the dugout's so close to home plate. I mean, the on-deck circles have inched closer to home plate as well.
Oh, yeah, they're right on top of it.
Here at PNC Park, the backstop's only 51 feet.
Yeah, Three Rivers was like that, too. The Three Rivers, you were right on top of home plate. And there was no dugout.
Yeah. And a foul tip and a broken bat. Williams has sent down 6 in a row since the pickoff, but the Reds own the lead. On the UPMC scoreboard, 4-2, Cincinnati has the lead. On a Saturday night, maybe seeing if the Bucks turn it around here in the 5th inning. Reynolds has hit 2 tappers back to the mound. Home run by Stallings tonight, and then a sac fly by Polanco, accounting for the Pirates scoring. And in on his hands, it's 2-2 now on Bryan Reynolds. One getting up. Lorenzen was up a little bit earlier.
Garden's looking good out there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, all that rain we got earlier in the week. Got to mow the lawn again. That'll be foul. Yeah, literally, I mowed it. It rained for 2 straight days, and then I had to mow it again. And I said, well, I'll get to it on Monday. Reynolds needs a new bat. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I think we got a sack of peppers over in the radio booth from the bullpen garden.
Oh, is that right? Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. Alex is going to take a look at that. Two balls and 2 strikes. Time is granted. Wouldn't that be great if you could just ask for more time?
What do you mean ask for more?
I mean, in baseball, you ask for more time. You can't do that in life. I need another hour today, please. Oh, all right. There you go. Then I got to cut the grass. Well, Reynolds a good at bat to start this 5th inning. Maybe they can knock DeSclafani out here.
You know, anytime a baseball player asks for time, it seems like there's, yeah, okay.
It doesn't have to be
But
granted.
they don't have to, but they always say yes.
The one time I don't even know, one
Set
time
it again.
every year, you know. Maybe less than that.
Yeah, and then
The umpire says no.
and then it causes an argument, and then there's more time.
Happy batter, nothing's a matter, right? That's the old saying that I just made up.
All old sayings were made up by somebody.
Moran is next. There's a walk. All right, tying run's going to come up. Labor Day weekend. Look at some of our Point Park tweets. Dorothy, that, you know, see if they're, I like that with the Pirate P there. And out on the water. Now, is that taken from Fort Duquesne or is street, or is that from the water? That's nice, Matt. Yeah, just a beautiful night. We've had a nice weather weekend. So Lorenzen got up in a hurry since we've last joined you. Wasn't loosening 2 minutes ago, but he's going to come in. That's it for DeSclafani. Clemente Day on Wednesday here at PNC Park. All the Pirates will be wearing number 21 for the first time. Now other players can wear it. Michael Lorenzen wears it for Roberto. He's going to face Colin Moran, who represents the tying run here in the fifth. Yeah, for Lorenzen, great guy. He grew up some tough circumstances, as he described it, and was looking for role models who excelled in service. And through his search and his love of baseball, found Roberto Clemente. And so when he became a professional ball player, if 21 was available, he asked for it. And he wears it well.
He's a good outfielder.
I hadn't thought about that. You have to take our word for it if you didn't see him last year. It was really eye-opening. You think, okay, well, it's a charitable thing to say that this relief pitcher who goes and starts a game in center field, well, it's because he's good for a pitcher. No, he was just flat out good.
Yeah. I was kind of smirking and raising an eyebrow when I saw it. And then after we watched him play out there for quite a few times, we saw him, then it was like, yeah, this guy's legit.
It was really eye-opening, yeah.
I mean,
No gimmick.
You put him out there, and he's just a regular player and a very good one.
Mike Trout hit his 300th home run in his career. The way that he hits, I have to specify.
I just noticed that Trout passed to Salmon.
Oh, I hadn't thought that either. I thought they went downstream. This might be two. That'll be on the Suarez 6-5-3 double play. Races that walk, so the book closed on DeSclafani. Bob, I love your mind. Yeah, Mike Trout, 300 career home runs. Tim Salmon, 299 on the all-time Angels list. You know, our minds are spinning with all the different fish names now.
You could be up there in Elk Creek. Say, hey, look at that. Is that a steelhead going right by that salmon?
It's too bad Mike Carp's career didn't last longer, right?
How can you say carp in the presence of salmon and trout?
Polanco debating. drove in a run. Thought it was going to probably be at least a couple of runs. Hard hit ball out to the right of center field. Brian Goodwin was able to haul it in on the run. With the bases loaded. Time to pass the torch to somebody in the family, another fish. So Tim Salmon
Very good.
was on that. That was on the Fox Sports West broadcast. Thanks to Maria Torres for that tweet. There's been some good pitchers with Wayne State's Anthony Bass. Catfish Hunter.
Well,
That's a nickname, though.
That'd be more of an angler. Not the fish
Yeah,
itself.
yeah,
He's
yeah, I
the
guess
guy that
so,
catches the fish.
His name.
Yeah, we'd have to. One of these days, we'll have to come up with the all-fish team.
Yeah. When do we get the Angels next? In a couple of years, I think. Play the Central next. Yeah, 2 more years. So in 22, we'll make the all-fish team. You and I will sit down. We'll have a summit. Now, the Lorenzen. The Reds hope to get Nick Senzel back fairly soon as he's begun some workouts. Jesse Biddle, one-time Pirates in spring training, shoulder injury. Lefty reliever, Wade Miley part of their rotation. Matt Bowman out for the year for Cincinnati. Pirate fans laugh. That's your injured list? That's it? You can fit it on one screen? The Pirates had a rash of injuries when this season began. Oscar Marin talked to reporters today, the pitching coach of the Pirates, and he brought up an interesting point that the Pirates coaches have had to learn on the job just as much as some of the new Pirates pitchers, because there are a lot of guys that are either new to the organization, so learning the Pirates way, the catchers and everything, and some that were new to basically the team because they came in from summer camp, or in Brandon Waddell's case, came in from his house in Houston to pitch in the major league. So it has been a learning process, but it's starting to iron itself out a little bit. Pirates 8-8 after that 4-17 start.
Yeah, I think the bullpen coming together and settling down has been a huge part of that.
That gets deposited into the seats. Suarez with his second home run tonight. His 11th home run.
Well, that's a place where you can get kind of a cheap home run here. If you hit the high fly ball to our right field, it's not very deep.
Same trajectory as shooting a basketball.
Trying to go upstairs.
Wow, that was off the plate.
Yeah.
Didn't look like much off the bat.
He made contact with that ball, just about even with the front edge of the plate, looked like.
So the Reds with 3 home runs tonight, 2 by Suarez, the other by Barnhart. That has accounted for all 5 runs. Coming into tonight, the Reds scoring 60% of their runs off home runs. That led baseball. Highest percentage, 2 home runs. Worth smiling about. He hit 49 last year, 11 so far this year. So all or nothing tonight, more all.
Kind of the story with the Reds. The Reds and the Brewers are kind of like always the same. They kind of mirror each other when we're playing them over the years.
Do you build a team for the ballpark? Is that kind of the idea?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. You know, they got a couple places where there's easier to hit home runs, and so both clubs have always made sure they got some boppers up and down that lineup.
James Hoy said, yes, he did.
No argument.
Yes, he did.
Most just turned and walked back.
Well, Brian Goodwin reached out there. Single was picked off. Stolen a couple of bases. Saved at least a run on his catch on Polanco's hard liner in the outfield. He's had an eventful night. And we're only in the 6th. He was with the Angels with Mike Trout just last week, but his playing time diminished when they brought up prospect Joe Adell to play in that outfield. So now some time for Goodwin in Cincinnati. Season high for pitches.
Swung at that.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Trevor. He's fanned 6 Reds tonight.
Kind of a odd game to really dissect, you know, with Trevor.
Let's check in with Robbie.
Yeah, guys, so Shogo Akiyama coming up to the plate in his first year with the Reds after coming over from Japan this past winter, and he's pretty proud to be wearing that Reds uniform. His impetus for signing with the Reds was a very simple one. The 5-time Japanese All-Star knew that the Reds never had a player from Japan, and he wanted to be the guy to break that barrier. He said when he signed that that's what made him want to play in Cincinnati, and the Reds were the first team to approach him. They met with him and offered him a deal, obviously. He played 9 seasons in Japan, was a career .301 hitter over there, and set the pro baseball record in 2015 with 216 hits. So the guy comes with a high pedigree and pretty proud to be wearing that Reds uniform, Joe and Bob.
I didn't know that they were the last team that had not had a Japanese-born player. I would have thought, especially in the 90s, we started to see more and more players come over, position players start to play Major League Baseball.
Well, 216 hits in one season. That's Pete Rose like.
Akiyama, you could just imagine at least putting a 1 in front of that 4 just for a moment. Pete Rose wore 14. Looks like he's a pretty good outfielder too. We saw him make a couple nice plays in the previous meeting between these two teams. Signed a 3-year deal with the Reds. Yeah, Williams hit 105 pitches here. You were saying too that, I think you were bringing up a good point, that
hard to dissect his game. Is it? It depends on what inning we're talking about. You know, I guess there's been some innings where he's looked really good, but the long ball has been a bugaboo for him. Has put him behind. In some innings, he was very efficient. In other innings, his pitch count got up.
And Williams allowing 3 home runs tonight, 10 total this season now. Trying to get him through the 6th. But Derek Holland has been loosening, and when Derek Shelton comes out, so far he has made a change every time.
Maybe not this time. Does it look like
he hasn't made the
looks
single
like
yet.
Trevor was going to leave, and he kind of grabbed him and pulled him back up there.
Yeah, that's the first time that Shelty has pulled a Jim Leyland come out and let his pitcher stay in one more. Well, that's some respect, right? I think sometimes you see the more veteran guys that are.
Leyland would do that very often. I mean, that was just every now and then he would. And I'm sure he had his reason for it.
That is the first time we've seen Shelty do that. So Holland ready if needed. Yeah, probably one more batter, one way or the other. Williams trying to finish the outing strong.
There was a time when I've been asked about it many times, and I really don't recall what the scenario was, but Leland came out, got to the mound, turned around, and walked back.
Didn't say a word?
Not a word.
Didn't even clear his throat or anything.
Well, I don't recall,
Yeah,
you know, a cough, anything. Just
that's great.
I don't even remember how long he stayed. Did he stare at me? Did he look around? I don't remember the details, but I do remember him not talking.
Sometimes silence speaks volumes. Now 2 strikes. Williams is 6 pitches shy of a career high. That was that Rich Hill game that Williams often gets overlooked for pitching 8 shutout innings, and if he doesn't do that, Hill might have had that no-hitter. That got broken up in the 10th on that leadoff home run by Josh Harrison back in 2017. Akiyama running on the pitch. That'll be a stolen base. Three steals for the Reds tonight. Remember we were talking about they don't run?
Yeah.
At least that's what I said.
Yeah, not a lot of team speed. Well, no,
Yeah.
they're not a real fast team. I mean, they go for the home run ball.
So Akiyama gets himself into scoring position. 4 for 4 now in steals this season. Jose Garcia, who played briefly for Industriales in Cuba, the Serie Nacional, the fine professional league there in Cuba. He was 18 years old, hit 300. Reds signed him. Last year he was playing in Daytona in the Florida State League. Gets it to right. Polanco has the final out. Look at his Coppers K line. 6 strikeouts tonight. Very interesting evening because you look at that line, but 5 hits, 3 of them were home runs, and that's what yielded the 5 runs.
Yeah, it was all about the home run ball tonight for him. And if you could have kept him in the yard, it would have been a pretty darn good start. You think about you know, you take a couple of those home runs away, your pitch count's knocked down even a little bit more. Might even have the lead, depending which 2 home runs you take away. But they are there. The home runs are there. You got to deal with them, so that's kind of what made it a little bit of a mixed night for him.
All right, now you got to get him back. Suarez, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs tonight.
Just a 3-run game, so in reach. Got to believe that we're going to have to blast one out of here, maybe with somebody on base to win this one.
Fight fire with fire. Parts certainly capable. Facing Lorenzen now in relief of DeSclafani, who went 4+. Bell has homered off Lorenzen in his career. On the UPMC strike zone, it's wide. Works the walk to start.
Okay, well, that's set up. Somebody can get one out of here. Right back in it.
Yeah, 3 runs in the 6th inning. It's not all sewn up. You can see the countenance. Well, you actually can't. David Bell. You can imagine what it might be. Very polite.
Yes. All right, thank you. That's getting umpires on your side.
Yeah, John and Tammy raised a nice point, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Could have threw a sir in there at the end. All right, thank you, sir.
Do you remember when you were getting to the point where some of the umpires were your age? You know, the younger umpires were. I mean, that had to have been interesting. Some of the umpires now, they're 30 years old. 32
Oh, yeah.
maybe when they break in.
I have kids older than most of these umpires.
But I'm saying when you're playing, there are authority figures, and then you start looking at them and you go, what?
Well, when you first get up there, yes. And the umpire's relationship with the players was different back then, too.
How so?
They had the authority of the Supreme Court. You know, they were in charge, jobs for life. You weren't getting rid. I mean, they were there. And they had a very strong union. And you didn't mess with them.
So even just asking...
Their word was law.
Would that take place?
I asked about a pitch my rookie year and got yelled at for asking about a pitch. And I didn't do it from the mound either. I waited until I got the next inning, came up to hit.
Did you say thank you, though?
No, I got yelled at.
Look at our AHN Super Bowl. Lorenzen can spin it.
One of the coaches later on apologized for me for asking.
Because otherwise you're not
for
going to get a
having
strike.
the audacity to only have like 5 or 6 games in the big leagues and ask if a certain pitch was, you know, off the plate or low.
When did that change? When did you have enough years as Tucker shoots this one through? 2 on, and the tying run's going to come up. Stallings homered his last time up.
Well, we got something going here, so I'll finish this up quickly. Not so much years as you know who the umpires were that you could talk to and which ones didn't want to have any conversation.
I see. Well, Tucker, a replacement in this game, Alford banged up, trying to make a catch out in center field. 2 on, 1 out. Stallings homered against DeSclafani back in the 4th inning. This one out toward right. Castellanos has the second out. Gonzalez has not been retired. He's coming up next.
He's going to get the big hit.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
You know, it's a big hit having the 2021 schedule already there for you and planned on all the games for next season. You can make your plans as well. The Pirates have you covered with season tickets, group outings, mini plans, a whole lot of more options for you. Place a deposit now, and you can secure your place in line. Pirates.com/2021.
Need a double or a home run.
Double and 2 infield singles today.
Gonzalez can easily do either one.
Led off the first inning with the ball to the wall.
Too quick off the other bat. Little cue shot.
Derek Holland got up last inning, so it looks like he'll pick up for Trevor Williams. Two on, 2 out. 3-run game, 6th inning. Gonzalez batting with a runner aboard for the first time today. In this case, runners. It's been very good. 375 with runners in scoring position this season. 3-1 count. Lorenzen came on in the 5th. Faced 2 batters, got 3 outs. But Amir Garrett, who is not allowed a hit to a lefty batter this year, looks like he might be next with the lefty Frazier on deck. Oh, that gets away, but it was ball 4. No further damage. Gonzalez on for the 4th straight time tonight.
See what Bell will do here.
How about David Bell, the Reds manager?
He's moving toward the steps slowly. Nope, he passed him.
I don't know if
Well,
Garrett
maybe
did.
he may be stalling here, huh?
No, he flat out.
Yep.
Wonder what the delay was. It looked like Garrett had been ready. So base is loaded, 2 outs.
Oh, wow. Did you hear that?
Wow.
That's bad news.
And we have some news on Anthony Alford when we return. And the base is full of buckos here in the 6th. Pirates have 3 on. Those are the tying runs here in the 6th inning with 2 outs, 5-2 Cincinnati. Lefty Amir Garrett. He's been excellent. Left-handed batters are 0 for 12 against him this season.
They're due.
Honestly, that's accurate.
Yeah. It's the nature of the game.
Sure. So Bell, who walked, Tucker, who singled, Gonzalez walked.
1 for 13 is probably about how he pitches, right?
Yeah.
Against lefties.
And Frazier is 0 for 6 in his career against him. Do.
A lot of hidden vigorish going on
There
here.
you go. Right. Frazier has a 9-game hitting streak now with that single. Back in the 3rd. Outfield plays him shallow in left and in center. Akiyama guarding the line. The left fielder.
Wow, what a block. Man. See where that ball hit the ground?
In the grass.
Close to it. That's way out in front of home plate. Man.
Set up a picnic up there.
Yeah. That was out of the frame on that one. And that one, too.
Yeah, he's good. Barnhart won a Gold Glove 3 years ago. Now 2-2 with the bases loaded. Hitter's got to think something's coming in here, right?
You're lefty on lefty with Garrett. You're playing defense right from the beginning. You're trying to have a good at bat and not be too aggressive.
Didn't throw him the slider, threw him the fastball, but not in the zone. 3-2. Inheriting the bases loaded.
How many lefties has he walked? Maybe that's a secret.
Reynolds, a switch hitter on deck.
When he thinks they're going to get a hit, he walks them. There's the
Struck him out.
slider. 3-2 pitch.
Wow. Pirates strand the bases loaded. So stays a 3-run game. Game earlier tonight after trying to make a catch in center field.
Now watch his right elbow. See, I didn't see that at all, but right there.
Suffered a fracture of the right elbow. on that play.
That was the whole time I've been looking at his knee and his ankle, and it was his arm that he hurt.
Right elbow fracture.
That's not good.
No. And no further word as Derek Holland comes on. But Shealy's numbers on him.
You see the ERA is up there a little bit.
Yeah, for Alford clearly will be done for the season. That's such a shame. I haven't met him yet. Obviously, we're distant from the players, but I feel for him so much because you think about never having the opportunity in Toronto, really.
And he was going to get a lot of playing time here down this stretch next 3 weeks. I just hope that it's, not something that, that's going to mess up his work in the wintertime, preparing for next year.
Yeah. I would imagine still get opportunities, but yeah, there's nothing like the present. And finish the final 3 weeks of the year. Get used to a new team, and he was excited to watch. We talked about him when we started the broadcast today because we were so excited to watch him play. He was trying to do something that no one had ever done here: climb that 10-foot wall and rob a home run. And he might have been the guy to do it. Such a shame. That's hopefully for Anthony Alford a complete recovery at some point. But we'll know in the coming days more of the prognosis after that right elbow fracture that he suffered. And the Pirates' injuries continue. I mean, it seemed to normalize for a little bit there, but I would imagine he's out for the year. So that's 9 players now on the out for the year injured list for the Pirates. One was expected in Tyone, and then Archer found out before summer camp broke. But so you think of Phillip Evans earlier this year, another guy who was, the Pirates were trying to take a look at some guys, see if they have some promise, and in a very short time, Evans did. Still has his jaw wired shut on that collision with Polanco. Just weird freak injuries, too. There's the ball still there. See why he tried to go for it. Barnhart down on strikes. This Pirates pitching change brought to you by Shealy's Furniture, Appliances, and Mattresses. So is Derek Holland a reliever now?
Tonight he is. Last time we saw him, he was.
I think
Looks
that'll
like
be
it.
a question that is asked after the game.
Well, they got 2 days off coming up, so you don't really need 5 starters.
Yeah, maybe just working out of the pen for now, and when they need another starter, it goes back in that role. And look at the bullpen for the Pirates. Remember all those injuries we just spoke of, and some guys have really stepped up. A sub-3 ERA, 5th lowest of any Major League bullpen out of the 30 teams.
And they're having to cover an awful lot of innings.
That's almost 4 innings a night right there.
So hasn't been easy for them.
It made it look that way, though. I mean, that's high praise to see what they've been able to do. And Derek Shelton was talking about it before the game today about how, when those Pirates pitchers, some of whom we mentioned out for the year, when they come back next year and are healthy, Well, they like those guys. Most of those guys were the guys that they thought were going to be the better pitchers out of their bullpen this year. And now that they've unearthed a couple of more, or 3 more, 4 more, wherever you deem are good relievers out of the Pirates' pen, now they're going to add those to the pile for next year. Now you got an interesting bullpen on paper for 2021. So sometimes when bad things happen, there can be some good out of it. Now, Joey Votto, not enough time in the big leagues to get that call.
Holland is mowing them down.
You make the call.
Strike 3. I wonder how long before you get the automated strike zone.
They've tried it in the independent Can-Am League or Atlantic League?
5 years
Atlantic
away?
League, I think.
5 years away?
You mean in Major League Baseball?
Yeah.
I think the issue is that there were a few, the first time that they've tested it, there were a few abnormalities. Maybe it wasn't quite right, but I think they could probably iron it out. But you got to have a home plate umpire, no matter what.
For calls at the plate?
For calls at the plate. Or what if a ball bounces into the catcher's mitt, and when it bounces over the plate, it's in the strike zone? So just little
I always
things.
thought that should be a strike. Came through the strike zone, didn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, well then what's their argument?
All right. Spoken like a true pitcher, right?
If the ball goes through the strike zone, it's a strike. If it doesn't, it's a ball.
I mean,
It's
you've convinced
really an
me on other
easy
things before.
It's
So
an easy thing. It's just,
I may not disagree with you there.
I've seen guys hit balls that bounce. It's not possible to do.
Oh, Vladimir Guerrero do it all the time.
Yeah. It's just something they'd have
Jay
to get
Hay
used
would
to.
do it?
They just have to get used to it. Cut down on home runs.
Holland's got the first 2 men on strikes. Going for the hat trick.
What do you call though if it's a third strike and it bounced before it went through the strike zone? Does the guy get to run the first? Because the ball bounced?
If he swings. Oh, you just call him out.
Yeah. It's big strike zone this inning.
Holland strikes out the side in the 7th. And as part of Cancer Support Weekend, let's listen to Take Me Out to the Ball Game and hear from Pirates public address announcer Tim Tobacco.
It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Let's join the Mikulski family and everyone watching at home on AT&T Sportsnet and follow the bouncing Eaton Park Smiley cookie as we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. I used to get the I don't care if I ever get back root for the Pirates. It's the same. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the old
Presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And some of those heroes. Cancer Support Weekend. Derek Holland in the top half strikes out the side to keep it a 3-run game.
Looked good. Hit his spots and was rewarded with a couple calls.
Something that you said has always stuck with me about when you're a reliever, your manager gets to choose who you face. When you're a starting pitcher, the other manager chooses who you face. And so for Derek Holland, who has been excellent against lefties but has seen so few of them, when he comes in out of the bullpen, he's going to face way more lefties than he has before, and has, in theory, a better chance of being successful.
Yeah, who was that gave up the grand slam on a 3-0 count that was all controversial?
I don't know who the
that
pitcher
night?
was. The Tatis ball?
Yeah.
I don't know who the pitcher was.
I was going to ask you who was that pitcher, because that was who brought up that conversation years ago.
Juan Nicasio.
Yeah, Juan Nicasio. We were trying to make a starter out of it. And he was not having very good success against lefties, if I remember correctly. And everybody was stacking lefties when he started. But he's always been very effective out of the bullpen when you can bring him in to face a string of right-hand hitters.
Well, we saw that great back foot slider in spring training, and I think it got tantalized that Nicasio was going to be good.
That was, I can remember that's what started that conversation, is why the difference. And well, it's the lineup that he's going to face every day as a starter is put together by the opposing manager, and he's picking the guys that he thinks got the best chance to hit you. When you're bringing in somebody from the bullpen, your manager is putting you out there in a spot that he thinks you can excel in. And that a lot of times is can be the difference for a guy. Why he pitches so well as a bullpen guy, but not as a starter.
And a quick pitch Reynolds, but there's the first out. One out here in the 7th. Our Pirates Charities Game Weekend on AT&T Sportsnet begins on Saturday, September 12th, a week from tonight. Pirates and you a chance to purchase home run and grand slam bags filled with unique Pirates items. And it also supports the needs of our community during these difficult times. Make sure to tune in Saturday, September 12th for our 13th annual Pirates Charities Game on AT&T Sportsnet. Now you can support some very good causes. Colin Moran, 0 for 2 with a walk. With the left-handed batting Polanco to follow. Derek Shelton talks a lot about his lineup construction and that the 3-batter rule has really affected how he kind of game plans and builds the lineups. And he thinks that baseball-wide, you're not seeing, for instance, a lot of the Pirates are a very left-handed lineup. Well, he's got to can't have 3 left-handed guys in a row because you're going to get stuck with this. So you try to break it up a little bit. I think we've seen that in years past too, but
that's
more so this year. He thinks.
Yeah, but that's always been the case, you know. But you're always trying to, break your lineup up if it's made up of guys that you're not going to pinch hit for.
And now in this case, Garrett. Go ahead.
I was going to say there's certain guys in your lineup you're not pinch hitting for them.
Thought he had the strike.
So you might, with those guys, you might want to go right, left, right, something like that, because you don't want the opposing manager to be able to come in and bring in a lefty and face 3 lefties in a row. He knows you're not going to pinch hit for those guys because they're quality hitters, regardless.
And you look at this particular lineup, Moran hits lefties just like he does righties, has over the last couple of years.
But if you have a lineup where there's a couple positions that you're going to be platooning, well, then it's not as important because you can always bring in the other half of that platoon in a crucial situation late.
Garrett gets Moran here. Now he's faced 3 batters.
So he's got Frazier, turned Reynolds around, got Moran, Polanco, he'll turn Bell around. By the time you get to Newman, you'll have a right-hander in there, I think.
Reynolds has actually been much better against lefties this year, so it was kind of that trade-off. Okay, I want 3 out of 4 lefties here. Now, Garrett got the final out in the 6th inning. He could have been done for the night. But once he came on in the 7th, then he had to face 2 batters to get to that 3-batter minimum. And he's done that. But for instance, Polanco is 1 for 20 against left-handed pitchers. So yeah, you definitely want to leave him in here.
Yeah, when the inning starts, you think, well, I don't got a problem with it because I'm gonna leave him out there through Bell at least. So they're not worried about the 3-batter rule.
They won't get there this inning as he strikes out.
Sportsnet is brought to you by Trax, the best-selling small SUV in Pittsburgh, and by Levin's, official home furniture and mattress supplier of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's go Bucks!
Here from PNC Park, it's still the Reds up 5-2. They're coming to bat here in the 8th inning. The Reds stacked 6 lefties in their lineup tonight against Pirates starter Trevor Williams. Gave up 5 hits, but 5 runs on 3 home runs in his 6 innings. Got ahead of hitters tonight. I think it was about 3 out of 4 first pitch strikes for him. There are things to like about Williams' outing, but you know, the final numbers are the final numbers.
No, and I think that's one of the things that he'll do is, I mean, he'll look back and think all the good things that happened, and he'll pick those out. And he'll also give it a thought of the home run balls, and were they mistake pitches? Were they physical mistakes? Did I throw them where I wanted to, but maybe it was bad strategy to throw that pitch, or was it an accident that the pitch went there? You know, he'll figure all that out. But I think it probably is more good stuff from tonight than the bad stuff, because mainly the bad stuff it's just the long balls. Other than that, I don't see where he could do anything different. And you pointed out in the very first inning that he was throwing just from a stretch tonight. I'm curious to see next outing if he'll continue doing that.
Pop out to the second baseman Frazier. Winker is gone.
Because that would tell me that he was pleased with how he worked out of that stretch for the whole game.
The MLB app, hey, that's the only place you can get all your baseball action. In-game video highlights, you get pitch-by-pitch, breaking news, player updates, stat leaderboards, and standings. Download the MLB app today, the #1 app for live baseball. Suarez home runs in each of his last 2 times up. You think back, okay, so for Trevor Williams, that last home run that he hit, it was a pitch off the plate away. But maybe it was too high. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe he just hit it out. You know, maybe it wasn't a mistake pitch.
You know, the other one was on the inside corner, and it was down. Maybe that one he wanted to be elevated to try and get it more on his hands.
Yeah, because it kind of ran.
So let's say that that's true. Well, then those become 2 mistake pitches that he didn't throw them where he wanted to. So there was no strategic error there. He didn't execute the pitches that he wanted to, is all.
which happens countless times throughout.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't like, well, he made 2 bad pitches to Suarez. No, a lot of times you're not throwing the ball exactly where you want to. It happens all the time. You just sit here and you watch a ball game, see where the catcher sets up, and watch where the ball goes.
Sometimes it goes right in the mitt, and sometimes it's nowhere
sometimes it
close. See, now, that was about where he wanted to pitch him, but he ends up hitting it out of the ballpark because Eugenio Suarez is hot tonight. He's hit 3 home runs. That's what they kind of wanted to do.
I hit 49 of them last year. It's showing you why.
3 home runs tonight for Eugenio Suarez, and now 12 on the season. Well, sometimes the hitter's just better than you.
There's a chance that one might have bounced down the hill into the river. Not too many right-handers do that here.
The only one to ever hit the river right-handed batter is Paul Goldschmidt.
You got to hit it just right. You got to hit it a long way, obviously, but you have to hit it out there and bounce it, and then get it to roll down the bank. Because I don't think any right-hand hitter is going to just hit it over the right field bleachers.
Yeah, that they haven't. Goldschmidt hit it, bounced off the upper walkway.
There's the bounce. It got over the wall, and it looked like it's rolling down the hill. Once it gets on that grass, starts rolling down the hill, there's nothing then, unless they just haven't mowed the grass in a while, that is going to stop that ball from getting wet.
First career 3-home run game for Eugenio Suarez, which I was a little surprised by, considering he hit 49 last year. Year before, he hit, let's see, 34, I think. That's cracked out to center. Tucker has it. It's for Brian Goodwin. There's Suarez. He's been a one-man wrecking crew tonight. He's driven in 5 of the 6 runs. If he just, stayed in the hotel today. Lazy fly ball. Tucker's got it. Suarez having a day. 3-home run night for Eugenio Suarez. Here's our Geico Make It Easy play.
There's that one that was down and in. They golfed that out of here. Right on the outside corner, maybe elevated a little too high. That got out. And that one about in the same spot.
Both off the plate.
Yeah, off the plate, mid-thigh. That one took a big bounce and down the hill.
As a slam dunk. Make it easy like Geico. Well, I never want to give up 3 home runs, but at least it was a guy that hit almost half 100 last year. So.
Yeah, there you go. Guy that's supposed to hit home runs.
Sims. Now on. Last foe to do it, Paul DeYoung. Derek Dietrich also did it last year. He was the last Red to hit 3 home runs against the Pirates. So Suarez, Dietrich. The other 2, long time back. Art Shamsky. And the former Pirate, Smokey Burgess, at 55 for the Reds. That was that Ted Kluszewski trade, if I remember right. See, it was a big trade back in the 50s. don't remember right. That was the Frank Thomas trade.
Another home run hitter.
The original. Probably tuned in tonight. Hello to Mr. Thomas. Kyle Farmer in the game. And at second base for Moustakas. Here's Kevin Newman. Pirates built a chance with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 6th inning. Had an opportunity with the bases loaded and 1 out in the 3rd inning, and Polanco really torched a ball out to right of center field, but Goodwin made a heck of a catch. Ended up going as a sac fly. Bell ended that inning. Looked like he'd lined out to the second baseman and popped out of Moustakas' glove and carried him to Suarez, who threw him out. Suarez has made a couple nice plays in the field today. Sometimes you just have a day.
There it goes again.
I was hoping he'd drop it. Just go, yeah. See? He's human. Not tonight, he's not. I think the Tigers are kicking themselves. They gave up on Suarez a few years back. They traded him for Alfredo Simon.
Pitcher, right? Alfredo Simon?
Yeah. They were still kind of clinging to the end of that run. And wanted to add a veteran reliever. Or maybe a starting pitcher at that time. Two strikes on Tucker. Had a single his last time up. Kyle Crick getting up. Holland has pitched a couple of innings. Drops harmlessly foul. Now one of the players at the...
Can't find it. Oh, got stuck over there in the rain tarp. Get it dug out of there. Stuff that the players all have to do on their own nowadays.
Remember the summer camp games? Didn't even consider yet having some of the grounds crew members down the baselines to pick up those stray balls, so the outfielders would get every foul ball that were hit down there. And then I don't know how it got communicated, but that way there's no extra people in the ballpark. The grounds crew has to be here anyway, so they can just do that duty.
They do what they do in the minor leagues. Assign one of pitchers down there that you got the foul balls today.
So 2 down. And let's take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud. Here are the home runs tonight. Stallings with the one in yellow. Suarez and one to left, one to right center, and one to right.
415, the winner.
Barnhart went out to center field. Was the leader in the clubhouse for a while there. That ball that Barnhart hit, Anthony Alford, Pirates center fielder, tried to get back on it and make a catch and ended up fracturing his right elbow leaving the game.
That really is the big story, I think, of the ball game.
Yeah.
This season is so much about getting guys chances and evaluation and all that. Well, now you had a young man that could be a big piece for you next year. Now you're not going to be able to see him, watch him.
Another few weeks might have helped out a little bit. Votto recovers to get the out. Ninth inning coming up. The moon waning, and so is this game. Catch all your in-game favorites this season on MLB Ballpark. You can download it in the App Store and watch today's contestant team up with Cole Tucker in Fast Bucks, presented by Sheets. You can watch today's matchup and more classics as part of the virtual ballpark experience on the Ballpark app. Pirates' way to help make you feel like you're a little closer.
That look of the moon, I don't know. Wouldn't that Mars next to it?
I think it might be. I thought I read something about that.
I just thought I recognized it.
You
Doesn't
have
it look like Mars?
You have great eyes.
Yeah, right off to the left there.
This little
Mars,
dot
yeah.
right here?
Yeah.
Sure, that's like graphics.
In one
Someone hit a
shot,
period on there or
in one shot, you can see both places that we've sent rovers to.
Wow.
You don't get
That's
that very
Mars.
often.
I've never seen Mars before.
Well, I know that was Mars because I was at the Agway there just a couple days ago out in Mars.
Oh. Wow. All right, Kyle Creek.
Yeah, good bird food there. You get the Mars mix. Bird feed, I guess they call it.
Bob here for Bird
food.
Feed.
I said bird food, didn't I?
Yeah, that's okay.
Not too many people call it bird food. Technically, it's probably right.
Yeah, it is. Moon and Mars, I get it. Even us South Hills guys understand. All right. So Crick coming on. Holland went 2 innings, gave up a home run to Suarez, who had us in tonight. He's hit 3. Been his night, really the difference maker. What's he going to pitch next? Why has he got a ball? Oh, no.
I don't know. It looks like he's talking about a grip or something. Though.
You think about what Babe Ruth did 100 years ago, maybe even more now, because when he didn't really pitch much with the Yankees, but when he was with the Red Sox, he'd go hit 3 home runs and pitch a shutout. And how did somebody do that?
Oh, different era, I guess.
You think about that.
Yeah, his pitching numbers are crazy.
He was really good pitcher. And he's hitting, when he hit 60 home runs, I don't know if his record was 29 the year before.
At one time, I believe he held the record for the most consecutive shutout innings in the World Series.
Wow.
Pretty sure that he had that record for a while. And he had it for quite a while.
Archie Bradley, one of the new Reds, starting to get up. Well, when he was hitting home runs, I mean, he was hitting like 3-4 times what anybody else had ever hit before.
I mean, he definitely.
That'd be like someone hitting 300 home runs in a season.
He transformed the game.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. It was before him. It was a totally different deal. It's almost like the game's going through that a similar thing now with all the home runs and strikeouts taking over as the kind of the dominant force of what you see.
Yeah, will it stay that way? Will parts of it stay that way? That's usually what happens. Some of it lingers and some of it changes. Just a few years ago, the game was kind of changing away from that middle part of the previous decade.
Crick's slider is getting a lot of just waves as it goes by. A lot of no contact.
It looks like it's on the inner third of the plate and ends up a foot outside or more.
He's got that spin that just makes that ball want to move horizontally.
Now, even though the velocity's down, I mean, he was throwing 95, 94, 96. Because of that breaking pitch, he can still, you know, if he uses that more predominantly, you sometimes see pitchers still work that way, even with diminished velocity. Crick, since he debuted, has one of the lowest opposing batting averages against that slider in baseball. 137 coming into the action tonight. But it was especially harder to hit when the fastball had that mid-90s velocity.
Yeah, I'm hoping by the end of the season or next spring training he gets that pop back on his fastball. That help him out a lot and makes that breaking ball even more devastating. And the breaking ball will speed up a little bit too. So right now it's 77, 76. It's kind of like a flat curveball, which is a very effective pitch. So nothing wrong with it. That's what it all boils down to. If he's getting outs, the numbers that we see on the screen that show velocity, who cares? We saw last week a bunch of pitchers like that were very good that didn't throw very hard.
Got a good swing there on Votto. It's like the shadows in front of home plate. Oh, what do the shadows do? Well, if you're not hitting, it's because of the shadows.
Yeah.
If you're hitting, don't talk about the shadows.
Well, you never hear about it.
I think everybody in Chicago has given up on Kyle Hendricks' velocity. It doesn't matter. Or, John Lester, when he's at his best,
they never even mention it in Chicago.
Yeah, right.
It's not even a topic of conversation.
Or even John Lester, who did throw harder earlier in his career.
It doesn't matter
if
what
he's
his
effective.
velocities are. Nobody even looks at that now. Just all about outs, and that's what it should be for everybody, really. You're getting the other team out.
Reds have not yet named a starter for tomorrow's game. They didn't use anybody today that would probably have started tomorrow unless they go with a bullpen game. Sonny Gray was scratched from that start yesterday. Caught. Frazier climbs the ladder and gets the final out.
Up goes Frazier.
Last chance for the Bucks against Archie Bradley.
Is brought to you by Sheely's Furniture, Appliances, Mattresses. The best things in life happen at home. And by RAV4. It's time to go Toyota with legendary safety and reliability. Toyota, let's go places. Let's go Bucks.
And tomorrow, the Pirates and Reds are going to finish up this 4-game series. The Reds have not yet named a starter. Chad Kuhl goes for the Pirates, and our coverage on AT&T Sportsnet begins at 1 p.m. with Pirates pregame presented by WB Mason. Eric Gonzalez been on base all 4 times tonight.
That's what a good leadoff man does. Get on base. And we need a bunch of guys to get on base this inning. Got to have base runners. Work to count, whatever it takes.
Well, we'll see if Eric Gonzalez can have his first 4-hit game in 4 weeks. Remember that 6 RBI night he had against the Tigers?
Yep.
Came over from the Diamondbacks, did Bradley. Trade deadline deal appeared the next night. Just missed low, 2-1. Reds gave up Josh Van Meter and Stuart Fairchild for Bradley, who's got another year left before free agency. 2021, probably be back with the Reds. Remember back in the wild card game a few years back against the Rockies, he had that triple. He came in as a reliever and tripled. Adam Frazier is on deck. Hard hit, but on the ground to Farmer.
They had to get a deflection on that one.
Bradley the first to solve Eric Gonzalez tonight. Pirates, when they were trailing 5-2 in the sixth, did load the bases with 2 outs when Frazier came up. That's about as close as they've come. 3 home runs tonight for Eugenio Suarez. Driving in 5 runs. Frazier kept his hitting streak alive with a single back in the 3rd inning, so up to 9 games now. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Bradley. Got a good fastball, not afraid to throw it over the plate.
He's been a closer.
Goes right after him. Of course, 4-run game. This is going to be a changeup.
Good effort.
Yeah, good effort. That's a nice job fouling that pitch off, too. That, Bradley's been putting that fastball in on him mainly, and that was a real good changeup down and away. Frazier able to spoil it.
Bradley's had a lot of success out of the bullpen the last few years with Arizona. Came up as a starting pitcher.
He's going to go fastball again.
Think about this. He was in a spot competing for the 5th spot in the Arizona rotation with Patrick Corbin 3 years ago. And they end up getting Corbin. And that throw a little bit offline, but Votto not able to haul that in. Wasn't a perfect throw from Farmer, but certainly within the grasp of Votto.
They have had some problems over there, haven't they?
Votto's made 5 errors this year. Tied for the most at first base in baseball. Had trouble catching the ball yesterday.
I don't think that ball bounced until after his glove.
Let's see.
No,
Yeah,
it hit him in the
It
foot.
hit him in the foot. Wow.
Oh, he just missed it and it hit him in the foot. Guess that'll be 83.
Might be. I think it's probably going to be on Farmer because it's not like right at his chest, but
Well, yeah, if you hit the first baseman in the foot, he can't be expected to catch that. How could that not be an
no, but
error?
I mean in the rule book in terms of a muffed catch, that's typically ordinary effort making a catch. But yeah, an out should be made there, no doubt. Yeah, it's an error on Farmer, but I'm just saying.
Oh, I disagree.
Well, that's not
an
how
error
you
on
score.
the first baseman.
Well, he made the mistake. The error is on Farmer in terms of how you would score that.
If I'm the scoreman, that's
you have
not
to go
how
by the
I
rule
would
book.
score it.
Okay, I know. Well, Votto will go tell Farmer. He probably already has. Yeah, I should have caught that.
Well, yeah, it hit him in the foot. Should have caught it. That's my point. Now, if it would have bounced, then yeah, it goes on the thrower.
And the Calliope
Man.
got the pipe organ going in Cincinnati
Well,
right
we
now.
just needed a couple more of those, and we got a shot here.
That'll go as a fielder's choice for Reynolds, and I assume, is that the shortstop? Garcia? Whoever threw that. Let's see. Garcia? Almost hit Frazier in the face. So fielder's choice, error on Garcia. Now, 2 errors back to back, and the Pirates have a little glimmer of light. Make this a 1-run game with 1 swing right here. Talking about take some wind out of their sails. Well, let's try this again, boys. That's the only time they needed to get it right. They're going to shake hands. Reds have taken 2 out of 3 now in the series. 2 ninth-inning errors don't matter. It's because of him tonight.
Yep, he was a big story right there. Why'd they win? Suarez.
The guy they call Gino, Eugenio Suarez, 3 home runs tonight. Reds are the victors on this Saturday night. 6-2 to final. Come back and wrap it up from PNC Park after this brief message.